Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Guns for Hire. Welcome to the Gun Shop here on You Always Win. On today's show, we're going to be talking about, I can't wait to talk about it. You know how long it's been since I've been able to talk about video games that I actually like. I know there's a lot of haters, but I don't really care. I mean, that's the whole point of it. I love talking about games. Just like you guys, I'm passionate. And maybe Call of Duty isn't something that you like, but for me it is. And you know when you have that game, those games that you really like, you like talking about it. You like talking about it with your friends. You're excited about it. And that's the way I am with Call of Duty. I know some of you are like, how can you be after so long still liking that game? Well, that's just the way it is. And I know there are millions of you out there as well that like it. And that's what we're going to be talking about. Hit or miss Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, before we get into it, I just want to briefly mention that at the end of this video, I'm going to be looking for some feedback on another video that I hopefully will be making this week. And this involves every single one of you that at one point, at any point that you liked Call of Duty. I don't mean like it was like, oh yeah, it was okay, I played it once. I mean like you liked it. You played the crap out of one. You know what I mean? I don't know which one it was, COD 4 to Ghosts, anywhere in between there. But if you played the crap and you loved it, and then somehow, and for some reason, you kind of fell away from it. You lost interest in it. If that applies to you, or if you still like Call of Duty, if you still like it, you know, what I'm going to talk about in the end, and I'm looking for feedback. I'm looking for your opinions on this. You know, hit me up and stay tuned to the end of this, just because I am looking genuinely for some input, because I want to talk about this in another video. Anyway, let's get into today's topic, which is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, hit or miss. And the reason why I called that is it something that appeals to you? And kind of related to like what I just mentioned at the end of the video, you know, are these drastic changes that Sledgehammer has made to Call of Duty, do they appeal to you? Do you think they're going to save Call of Duty or hurt it even more? Because if you're looking at Google Trends, and I look at all this information as part of what I do, you know, playing video games for a living, and used to be doing, you know, the gun shop news and bringing it back again. You know, I look at a lot of statistics, including Google Trends. If you don't know what that is, you can just type it in. Type in Google Trends, and you can search anything. And it basically gives you trends and search sort of algorithms for any keywords that you type in there. And if you type in Call of Duty, what you'll see are peaks over the years. Particularly the first big peak, noticeable peak with the search string of Call of Duty, you'll see in 2007, which was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4. And then you'll see another peak for World at War, and then Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and Ghosts. Did I miss one? I don't think so. Well, I'm not including 1, 2, or 3 of the series either. But you'll see that the huge peak was on Black Ops, and then it starts tailoring off. Now, there's articles as well that I've seen, and I've seen people tweet, and I'm not linking them because I'm not interested in it, and that's not what this is about, that, you know, speculations are that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is going to sell, is it like 3 to 6 million, or is it 6 million? I don't know. Millions of copies less than what Ghost has, which is kind of continuing that trend that we see in the Google Trend chart, is that it's continuously losing interest. Now, why is that? Is it Call of Duty? Is it Sledgehammer's fault? Is it the drastic changes that they've implemented in Advanced Warfare? Or is this just a continuing trend because people have lost faith in Call of Duty? I don't even think that Sledgehammer Games or Activision or any of the studios really have high confidence right now. I know they've got to stay motivated and you know, they're always excited to bring out the next one. But, and here's why I don't think that they're actually fully committed. I think they're very concerned, as I am, because guess what? I don't care. I like Call of Duty. And as much as, you know, I see why it's sort of, you know, weaning off, and I feel like many of you where I'm like, it's not as, you know, I don't feel the same way about it as I did, like, say, in Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 2. My interest level has tailored off, but I play it almost every single day. I honestly do. I don't post videos on it. I posted a few on You Always Win, and the odd time I'll stream it, but I do plan on trying again with Advanced Warfare. I like the game. I play it, you know, on the side there. But I know that people are losing interest in it. I don't know if they're adding too much to it. You know what I mean? I don't think Sledgehammer, Activision, or as I said before, even know what's going on. They don't know. Believe me, they want to fix it. They want to bring those millions of gamers back. They don't want you to go away. If they knew what the problem was, I guarantee you they would be trying to fix it right now. And I think the lack of confidence, even in their current game, shows. And maybe it's just me, but this is the way I pick up on it. Remember when they announced the exoskeleton, completely different, changing. I'm actually personally excited about it, but anyway, that's not what this is about. The exoskeleton, which is going to change the fundamentals of the multiplayer. Huge change. I don't care what anyone says. That is a monstrous change in terms of the previous Call of Duties, of how you're actually going to play. The verticality, the no fall damage, being able to boost and slide quickly on the sides there, dashing, not just, dolphin dive, knee sliding sort of stuff, but verticality, shifting quickly to the side. It's going to change how it feels. It's going to change the multiplayer gameplay aspect. But I don't know if they're confident, because they're like, oh, well, for those of you that don't want the exoskeleton, we are giving you the traditional ones. So it's like they want to try and revolutionize it because they recognize the fact that, it's gone on long enough, and whatever they're doing isn't bringing the numbers back. So they're like, okay, let's try something really drastic. But they're scared. They're scared. Or why would you take up disk space? Why would you add that in there to add traditional ones if you weren't confident enough about the new changes? I think they're scared, even though they're willing to try. And kudos to you, Sledgehammer and Activision and everyone else involved in this that helped with Advanced Warfare. Kudos for having the balls to do something that, in my eyes, is drastically different from the previous Call of Duty. I'm not talking about other games. It's like, oh, it's a Crisis. I hear it all the time. Crisis ripoff or Titanfall or blah, 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 blah. I don't care, because I'm not playing Crisis. I don't play Crisis. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just not interested in it. But as a Call of Duty gamer, it offers something drastically different. People are always saying, oh, we need something new. They never do anything new. That is very new. But is it enough to bring people back? Is it what the Call of Duty series needs in order for, these other gamers that have been bored, maybe even yourself, to bring it back to the series? Personally, for me, I hope that it does. I hope that the gameplay is a lot of fun. I hope that, all the doubters and even myself, I'm actually very neutral on this, surprisingly. In all honesty, I'm super neutral on this. I don't know. I had Titanfall for Xbox One, and I loved it, even though it seemed to have kind of gone out of popularity and no one's talking about it. And other than I see, Respawn Entertainment tweeting the crap out of it all the time, it kind of died off really fast, which concerns me, especially for Advanced Warfare. But I love the mechanics. I love the boosting and all that. I found it made the gameplay super fast and exciting. And so I'm like, okay, the exosuit in Advanced Warfare should add that. It should add this sense of intensity that hasn't been there in a while. But is that enough to make everyone really like it again? Or was there some other aspect that they've been doing to Call of Duty that has taken away from it, that it doesn't matter the exoskeleton? There's something else about Call of Duty that they've changed over the last few years that has changed the fundamentals and made it not as fun to play anymore. I don't know, but I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to see if it does bring that back. As a Call of Duty fan, I'm excited. So in all honesty, for those of you that are probably going to buy Advanced Warfare, I'm not interested in people that absolutely hate Call of Duty, because I'm going to get it, and really all the people that aren't going to get it and aren't going to play it, I don't really care what you feel about it. You know what I mean? I'm more interested in people that actually like it. Like if you, and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to your opinion or anything if you don't like it, but if you had a game and you love that game and I absolutely hate it, I'm not going to trash on it. I'm not going to say, oh, I hope that they never make another one of those games again. I hate that game. I don't play it. I don't care. If they make it, you love it, and they make another one for you and you love it, great. As a gamer, I think it's awesome. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't understand so much hatred in the gaming community. I think it's a little bit ridiculous. I would never wish anything. I don't care how much I dislike a certain game. I just don't watch videos. I don't play the game. And I certainly don't disrespect the community that enjoys it. You enjoy what you like. It's like having our own opinions. But we need to be, I think we definitely need to start being a little more respectful. So that being said, I know I'm rambling on about it. If you're looking at Advanced Warfare, if you're considering getting it, is it a hit or a miss, or are you neutral on it? Like, I mean, even if you're going to get it, you're like, oh, I'm not really sure about it. I don't really like it, but I'm going to get it anyway because I'm a Call of Duty fan, or because they have the non-exo thing, or maybe you like the campaign. Maybe you don't even play the multiplayer. But I want to know how you feel about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Is it something you're looking forward to? Are you excited about the change, or are you neutral like me, kind of going in there like, hey, I don't know, maybe it's going to be good, maybe it's not. I'm just going to go in with an open mind. And finally, I want your input. It's somewhat related to this and everything that I was talking about in there. I want feedback from as many of you as possible, all of you. And please follow me on Twitter because I'm constantly going to be reading that, especially today because it's Canadian Thanksgiving. I know I'm filming this, but hey, whatever. There's food cooking there. I'll be back home very, very soon. I'm only like 3 minutes away, so it's really, really close. Anyway, what was I going to say? The Call of Duty, follow me on Twitter and let me know. You can put comments below. I'm going to read those as well, but follow me on Twitter. Like, I want to follow this as, like I'm eating turkey and stuff. I want to see your opinions because I want to build this up for another discussion on something a little more in depth. And that is, what is it? What is it about whatever Call of Duty that you absolutely loved? Okay, even if you don't like Call of Duty now, but at one point you loved it. There was one of those games, I don't know, from Call of Duty 4 forward, that's what I'm looking at, not 1, 2, or 3, Call of Duty 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, or Ghost. Well, Ghost would be the most recent one, so there wouldn't be anything going back, but what is it about whatever one that you absolutely loved playing? And I'm not saying casually like, oh yeah, it was okay, I played this, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for feedback from people that at one point, Call of Duty was the shizzle. You know what I mean? You absolutely loved it. You played it a ton. And then at the end of the year or the next thing, it was like, you know what? This isn't the same. There's something about it that I don't like. I want input from you guys. And this is what I want. I want you to think honestly. Ignore all the stupid, regurgitated same crap that you see in comments and articles and everywhere else. Like, oh, Call of Duty's changed because of this, this, and this. Because when I'm looking at in all these comments, I can't get any real consensus. All the complaints about Call of Duty, it's like someone said, I don't like it because of this. And then everyone else is like, I don't like it because of what he said. Yeah, what he said, what he said. And then everyone's regurgitating the exact same thing as to why they didn't like Call of Duty. Now, it may be somewhat true, and maybe they're doing that because that's how you feel, but I'm looking more for constructive criticism. I like Call of Duty. I don't want to see Call of Duty. I don't care. I still have the same thing. I don't feel the same way about Call of Duty as I did with Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 and even World at War. Although World at War for me had, a lot of issues, but I still love that. It was one of my favorite games, or iterations of the game anyway. And then ever since then, I haven't had the same amount of passion, but I still like Call of Duty. I don't want Call of Duty to go away because I don't see anything replacing what Call of Duty gives to me. During the day when I play and I can hop on, I can just have fun. It's simple. There's a lot of people, a lot of lobbies, and I'm comfortable with it. I don't want to see that go away, but at the same time, I want to know if there's something that Activision, believe me, I guarantee you that Activision wants to know what the heck is going on and why they're losing millions of people. They're not so arrogant. They've got shareholders that they have to respond to. If you look at that Google trending thing, you can see it going down. Believe me, they are concerned. They want to turn it around. That's why you're seeing things like Advanced Warfare with the exoskeleton suit, completely different from the previous versions. They're willing to try things. At the same time, they're scared, so they offer the traditional parts in that one. That's why I was mentioning that. They're not exactly sure. They don't know how to fix it. So I want to know your opinion. And I'm going to do this in a later video, and I'm going to give mine as well, but I want honest feedback. Think about the one that you absolutely loved. What was it about it? What was the features? Was it the map style? Was it the movements, the weapons, the pick system, the perk system, the simplicity of it, or the variety of it, the customization? Was it the theater mode? Think about it hard about that one thing before, even if you absolutely hate Call of Duty now because they changed it so much from that one that you loved. But think back to when you actually really liked Call of Duty. What is it? What was it? What were the features? Why do you think that you liked it so much? I want to know. I honest to God do. I mean, I would love to give feedback to Activision and say, this is why you lost millions. These are the trends here. This is what you've done wrong. You're going in this direction. This is what may save you. And it would be something that, they would be listening to us and we would get something that we'd want back. And maybe it's the simplicity. For me, probably the simplicity. The COD 4 was like perks and weapons and some attachments. And now it's like the perk 13 system, the perk 27 system. I'm like, geez, there's so many options. it's great. It makes you feel like you can customize it, but is it going away from what made Call of Duty popular and great from Call of Duty 4? Because that was the catalyst for all this craziness. And that kept on changing and changing. And then it was like, at some point it was like, no, this is not, working anymore. And now it's dying off. So think about it. Give me feedback. Follow me on Twitter. My link is in the description below. I want to know. Give comments below too as well if you can. Oh man, Call of Duty. I've not given up on you. I know, after all these years, I know a lot of people have. I have not, because I still like the game. And I'm curious to know, what you guys think would save the game. Even if you're not interested in saving it, what do you think would save it? Leave those comments below. See you guys next time.